This weekend, in just a couple of days, I decided myself to look back at the other WrestleMania main events, mostly the past 10 years, from around WrestleMania 30 to last year's two-night main events of WrestleMania 40. Of course, going through all these main events, talking about them, giving my opinions and how I felt about them, or how I felt about watching them or whatever, and ranking them in a tier list. Before we get on to the video, ladies and gentlemen, if you are new, make sure you guys subscribe, hit that notification button for future upcoming videos. I try to do wrestling content on this channel, and I also try to do football content as well for the Saints and LSU. Now with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the video. The first WrestleMania main event we're going to start off with is WrestleMania 30 in New Orleans, the main event, the triple threat match between Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton, and Batista for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Now, of course, the build-up to this match was big, Daniel Bryan winning this match, and of course, having to go through Triple H at the beginning of the night in a grueling one-on-one match, which was also really great, and then, of course, later on the night, had to deal with this triple threat match. This is by far, yes, an amazing triple threat match with amazing spots and all that, and Daniel Bryan overcoming the odds in a triple threat match, pulling off the win, Batista tapping, and Daniel Bryan going on to become the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, and this is for sure going to be in Hall of Fame. The next matchup is the WrestleMania 31 main event, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. Now, of course, nobody was really excited about this main event, mostly, of course, of Roman Reigns getting a big push and Roman Reigns winning the Royal Rumble. Everybody did not like Roman Reigns at this point, and of course, this was the start of Roman Reigns not really being a fan favorite, so there wasn't really little expectations for this match to be good, but this exceeded everybody's expectations, going on to be a pretty good solid match. And then of course this match will always be remembered for the cash in at the end, the amazing cash in, the heist of the century, quoted by Michael Cole himself, the heist of the century in the main event of WrestleMania. By far an amazing moment and an amazing end to a WrestleMania. Where would I rank this on this tier list? I would honestly put it in either good or great. Personally, I would actually put it in great. The match itself, if the heist of the century did not happen, it probably would have landed in good, but with the heist of the century helping, it definitely lands in great, as the heist of the century definitely helps this match overall. But the match was not bad, it was really good. The next match is WrestleMania 32's main event, and of course, last year's WrestleMania was the start of multiple main events in a row for our now Tribal Chief, as he's known now, Big Dog as he was known back then, for Roman Reigns. The next one being him versus Triple H for the WWE World Championship. Now, of course, not a really fan favorite WrestleMania main event, not the main event everybody wanted to see, but it's the main event we ended up getting in front of 101,000 fans at AT&T Stadium in Dallas, Texas. Of course, mostly just looking at the main event, the match was okay. I mean, I kind of want to say I want to put it in good, but all in all and honest, all in all, it lands in meh. Just because really, like, nobody was really expecting it how it would be, and definitely not one of the best. The next WrestleMania match is the main event of WrestleMania 33, Roman Reigns, again, against The Undertaker. Now, of course, at this point, Undertaker had already had a loss under his belt at WrestleMania 30, but then had another sort of streak going with winning at WrestleMania 31 and 32. But, of course, this was sort of a match that I think WWE was planning on doing for many years, even before, but of course they had to kind of pull the trigger on the streak ending at WrestleMania 30 due to, of course, the issues with The Undertaker and his concussion. I truly still believe that Roman Reigns should have maybe been the one to break the streak, as it would have been a big momentum shift for him in his career. But all in all, this match didn't really live up to the expectations, and this match, sadly, is going to be our first not meh trash tier. This match was definitely hard to watch, and still is every time when I rewatch WrestleMania 33. Next is the main event of WrestleMania 34, the WrestleMania I personally went to. My first ever WWE wrestling show was this WrestleMania live in New Orleans, and sadly, yes, this was the main event I had to watch. But I'm not really sad about it because, of course, I wasn't sad about it at the time because I was a big Roman Reigns fan. Probably one of the only big Roman Reigns fans at the time when he was the big dog, and I hated Brock Lesnar at this point. And I was really hoping to see the WrestleMania moment for Roman Reigns winning the Universal Championship, but all I got was the crowd not being into it, and I vividly remember the crowd playing with a beach ball during this match. So, all in all, and it is also hard to watch when I go back to rewatch WrestleMania 34, the full show altogether. So, sadly, for personal reasons, I would love to hope to not put this in trash if it was better, but it is trash, way much worse, and definitely gives much better look to WrestleMania 31's matchup between the two. The next WrestleMania match is WrestleMania 35, the first ever women's WrestleMania main event, and it is the triple threat match, winner takes all, between Becky Lynch, Ronda Rousey, and Charlotte Flair for both the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships at the time, is of course what they were called. This match, I don't know, I kind of have mixed opinions about this match. I definitely think it is a really good match. It's kind of been a while since I've gone back to like rewatch it and all that, but it's definitely up there for maybe a great or one of the greatest matches because it's an historic match. It's the first WrestleMania main event, like the women main eventing WrestleMania for the first time ever. The three biggest names at the time with Rousey, Flair, and Lynch, and I think Lynch was definitely the perfect one. The perfect one to win. The ending just kind of hurts this match, if I'm honest with you. I want to maybe put it amazing, but the ending, I don't know. The ending just doesn't feel right to me, but the match is still great, and it does land in great tier. The next main event is the first main event of 2 nights for WrestleMania. Sadly, of course, this was during the pandemic era, but the first night 1 main event was the Boneyard match between The Undertaker and AJ Styles. Of course, personally, a dream match. Of course, wanting this match to happen in the ring, but of course, COVID happened and they kind of did a little bit of a twist on it and made it into a Boneyard match. Outside Boneyard area, and the only way that one of them could win was sort of just bury the other one alive. So it was kind of an buried alive match mix as well, but in outdoors area in a boneyard of sorts. And this match is always fun to go back and watch. Definitely is one of the best. Personally, I want to maybe put it amazing, but I honestly would think this definitely lands in Hall of Fame tier just because of how fun it was, how amazingly like choreographed it was with amazing spots, like using choreographed because like it literally looked like I was watching like a scene from a movie or something like that. So a Hall of Fame match in my opinion, putting it in this tier list. Next is the main event of night 2 of the same WrestleMania 36, of Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar. Of course, I mean, I don't really remember much of rewatching this match, or it's probably been a while since I even rewatched this match or anything, but of course, I do want to give it trash, because it did have hype into it. McIntyre finally getting a world title shot after winning the Rumble. It was at WrestleMania, but it did hurt him a little bit that it wasn't in front of fans, but he was definitely the one big star that was making the company still go during the pandemic era, and was one of the reasons why like everyone was probably still watching a little bit during the pandemic era or during the Thunderdome era was because of him. But the match altogether, I honestly would probably land it in meh, as it definitely was sort of meh, because of course no crowd or anything, and it was kind of just back and forth, them hitting finishers on each other. So, but a great moment for him, a special moment for McIntyre winning his first world title. Next is the first WrestleMania for fans coming back. WrestleMania 37, the night one main event would actually be the second ever women's main event, which would feature Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's Championship. I actually recently just rewatched this match not that too long ago, and definitely I honestly would prefer the triple threat match over this women's main event, but it was not a bad match. It was a really good match, really good spots. Both women very athletic wrestlers and very amazing wrestlers. Really good chemistry between the two. I honestly would actually put this in good tier. I don't want to put it in great. I don't. Not, of course, disrespect to Bianca or Sasha. It was a really good match. But I would put it in good. But it definitely was worth the main event spot for WrestleMania. So another really good moment for them for becoming the second ever women's main event at WrestleMania. Next is the second triple threat main event on this tier list. It's the main event of night 2 of WrestleMania 37, Roman Reigns, Edge, and Daniel Bryan for the WWE Universal Championship. And my goodness, this is another match I always love going back to rewatch. It was one of the best matches of the whole show, especially for night 2, and definitely was a perfect main event. It definitely was perfect for Roman Reigns to win. It was a really cool way for him to win it, pinning both Daniel Bryan and Edge at the same time, proving himself to be the tribal chief and the champion, the Universal Champion. So definitely was a really great, amazing match. I want to maybe put it in Hall of Fame, but personally, I don't think it doesn't really hit that Hall of Fame level, so I would actually put it in amazing, but it's eking up there for Hall of Fame for me. I kind of gotta go back and rewatch it a couple more times, but it's definitely one of the best WrestleMania triple threat matches. It's definitely up there. Next is the main event of WrestleMania 38 back in Dallas, and the main event that actually was supposed to be the KO show, featuring Stone Cold Steve Austin, Kevin Owens, his show that he does, featuring special guest Stone Cold Steve Austin. But then it transitioned and turned into a full-on match, in which would actually go down to be Stone Cold Steve Austin's last ever match against Kevin Owens, and the match exceeded expectations. Stone Cold proved that he still got it, that he could still go at least for that one more match, and it was definitely worth the watch. Of course, this was my first WrestleMania that I actually watched live, like on Peacock, like a premium live event with Peacock and all that. So it was definitely really fun to watch. I actually would put it in amazing as well, kind of getting close to Hall of Fame tier, but an amazing match and an amazing final match for the legend himself, Stone Cold. Oh, next match. WrestleMania 38 Night 2 main events. Honestly, was better than the WrestleMania 34 main event. I'm talking about Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns in a winner-takes-all match for the WWE Championship and WWE Universal Championship, and was taglined as one of the greatest or biggest WrestleMania matches of all time, because of course one of the biggest rivalries of all time. It's title for title, both world titles on the line. Roman Reigns rightfully won, and the match wasn't bad really, but I feel like it could have maybe gone on a little bit longer. but it was a pretty good back and forth match, but it really didn't live up to the expectations of being the biggest WrestleMania match of all time, because you would think if they're taglining a match that says the biggest WrestleMania match of all time, you think it's going to be one of the best. It was okay, but I do and will actually put it in good tier, as it was definitely way much better than WrestleMania 34, but just down a tier, as WrestleMania 31 is still way much better in my opinion in their rivalry at WrestleMania. So yeah, but finally Roman actually got over Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, so at least that also happened, and of course would start the reign, not really start the reign, but continue the dominant reign of Roman Reigns. Next is the WrestleMania Night 2 main event between the Usos and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens back-to-back WrestleManias main eventing Night 1. This time he teams up with his longtime rival and longtime best friend, Sami Zayn, to face the twin brothers of the Usos, Jimmy and Jay, for the undisputed tag team championships. And my goodness, I still remember watching this live, and this match, holy crap, exceeded my expectations. I don't want to say I went in with low expectations, I just didn't expect like how good or great this match was going to be, and personally, this is a Hall of Fame like level match. That this is for sure a Hall of Fame level match. This was another match I recently went back to watch, and it was by far one of the best WrestleMania matches of like both nights in my opinion. Like with that, and then of course the triple threat with Gunther, Sheamus, and McIntyre, it was up there as one of the best matches of like both nights of the whole show combined together with both nights. So Hall of Fame tier for this match. Next is the Night 2 main event of WrestleMania 39, which would actually be the first matchup between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. Now this match I actually do like, but I don't think it's Hall of Fame worthy though. Now we'll get to the second match, as of course we still have to get to that one, but this match, by far, me saying that does not mean this match was bad. I still would actually personally still put it in amazing. Personally, because it was amazing and definitely good, and will always be one of the most shocking moments in my life of watching, for how long I've been watching wrestling, with of course Cody losing, because I went into WrestleMania 39 expecting Cody to win and becoming the undisputed champion, but that didn't happen. Solo cost him with the spike, went on to lose, and yeah, it was a shocking moment indeed for a lot of fans, and even for me watching that match. But the match, all in all, was really amazing, perfect match, and a perfect first match for this rivalry that would go on to next year. Now the next two main events for Night 1 and Night 2 of WrestleMania 40, I've kind of already talked about them a little bit in a previous tier list video that I did, my first tier list video that I did, the WrestleMania 40 tier list, which I'll probably leave a link down in the description below so you guys can go check that out. I did that video a while back. So kind of would be brief on these two matches. First, starting off with the tag team main event with Cody and Seth versus The Rock and Roman. Honestly, as well, I honestly and personally would actually put this match in amazing tier, in my personal opinion. Not saying it was bad or anything, of course, on the line of what the next night's main event was going to be. Was it going to be Bloodline Rules? Was it just going to be one-on-one? But The Rock, I mean, I actually recently rewatched this match as well, and The Rock actually, like, freaking 50 years old at this point, was really good in the match, sold really good, like he was freaking back to being, like, The Rock that he was back in the 2000s or something. But a really good match, really amazing spots, and my goodness, it definitely was also exceeded expectations, as this one was different than the other tag team main event. I didn't really have much expectations because I mostly didn't know how The Rock was going to be in this match. But it exceeded my expectations for this match, and lands in amazing. If it didn't, it probably would have landed in greater good. Like, maybe if like the match was still pretty good, it probably would have landed in greater good. But amazing is what it lands in. And quickly, for the next match and the final match on this tier list, the main event of night 2, Cody versus Roman, number 2. Bloodline rules match, with of course Roman and Rock winning the previous night, making this match a Bloodline rules match. Of course, potentially hoping to cost again Cody another year in a row of losing his shot at becoming a world champion. And of course, in my previous tier list video, I already talked a good bit about this match and like my reaction to it and all that. So again, link is down in the description below, so definitely go check out that video. I rank all the matches from that WrestleMania from last year. But there's no question about it. This is Hall of Fame. This is top of Hall of Fame tier. This is, in the past 10 years, this has been one of the best WrestleMania main events I've ever watched. It's not even like, it's one of the top matches I've ever watched in my life of being a wrestling fan. Like, it's up there. The freaking the returns, the alliances, the freaking Undertaker coming back and chokeslamming The Rock, the Shield music that hit, me actually thinking Jon Moxley was back in WWE. But all in all, it was an amazing match, an amazing moment. Cody finally finishing his story and winning. Hall of Fame tier indeed. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed this little tier list video of mine. Of course, definitely enjoyed making this tier list. I'll probably pop up a picture of my final tier list and all that. And this personally was not my personal tier list. This was someone else who made this, so I'll probably leave a link down in the description so you guys can maybe do your own. It also does have the other WrestleMania main events as well on there. Since WrestleMania 1, I just did the past like 10 WrestleManias though, since WrestleMania 30 from WrestleMania 40. So definitely go check out that tier list. I'll probably leave a link in the description for that tier list. And again, I'll leave a link in the description for the other tier list video, the one that I did with all the matches from WrestleMania 40. So definitely go check out that video as well. So yeah, so with that out of the way, and definitely of course excited for WrestleMania coming up this weekend. Definitely, of course, we'll be doing a WrestleMania prediction video some point this week, so definitely try to get that out before WrestleMania. So definitely look forward to that. So yeah, so if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you like the video. Again, subscribe if you guys are new, and hit the notification bell for future upcoming videos. And also, like I said before, so you guys can be updated for when I get my WrestleMania predictions out. And so with that all that said and done, see you guys in the next video. Have an amazing day. Peace.